All right, team. Here we go. Reginald Towns here, Dr. Towns here with Coach Ed, and I'm upset. I'm upset. I'm frustrated. I'm disappointed. Um, it just seems that this whole Coach Ed thing was founded on the ability to take what's happening now or what has been happening for many years and go forward. And I'm speaking of um, the U.S. Department of Education, and I've been watching them. I've been watching what's going on, and some may not like what I'm saying, but I'm just being honest. It's how do you if we're going to claim ourselves to be the strongest country in the world and is lean toward the military, that's fine. I understand that, but a close second should be the education of our youth, of those that want to go to college, those that have aspired to go to college, and to dismantle a standing institution such as the U.S. Department of Education is. I'm just not understanding. I have a statement. Let me just read this. This is just my opinion and my thoughts and just what I've been seeing. It's a statement on the changes of the Department of Education and the impact on financial aid for first generation minority and unrepresented students. Recent changes and delays within the U.S. Department of Education, particularly with the rollout of the new FAFSA process, have had a disproportionately impact on first generation minority and underrepresented students. These students often rely heavily on federal financial aid and access to higher education, and the confusion and slow processing times have created barriers that threaten college enrollment, affordability, and timely decision making. For students who may not have access to financial literacy support at home or in their communities, these changes have made an already complicated system even harder to navigate. As a result, many are facing missed deadlines, limited funding options, and heightened anxiety about how to pay for college. Now more than ever, it is critical for students from underserved backgrounds to actively pursue scholarships, local and national grants, and institutional funding. Scholarships not only fill the funding gaps, but also provide a pathway to attend college with reduced debt and increased stability. Colleges, community leaders, and advocates must step up to support these students by providing clear guidance, accessible resources, and personalized advising to help them successfully navigate the changing financial aid landscape. So, I've come up with. So what do you do? Here's some things, and these I'm mainly talking about to the current incoming 12th graders, current who just graduated or just passed to the 12th grade. These are the ones I'm mainly talking to. The graduates, they're already in. Either they have their money or they don't, or they have listened to some of my Coach Ed vet videos and taken the time to apply for some of these grants. My heart tells me that not as many that could have. I repeatedly ask, give me some input. What go to send me some information, and what I'm looking for is my is it getting out? Is the word getting out that there are scholarships available? I think the part that becomes second or third on the list of things to do is this. which is ridiculous, especially if you are pressed for money, especially if you're already at the gate. You just simply cannot afford to go to college if you don't have financial aid and some scholarships. So my only hope, guys, that you're going to take this seriously. Now, these are some takeaways I think that you need to listen to. I'm just being honest with you. For those, you know, students, I'm talking to the 12th graders and their parents. You need to start the FAFSAs early. Whenever it's available, you need to start it early. You need to, I don't know if you can go to the website and create this stuff now or not. You might, I don't know. Um, but you need to be ahead of deadlines. Don't let a deadline catch you in regards to financial aid. You need to collect the required documents. Go ahead and whatever, do your research, guys. Like I keep saying, this is a team. This is when we all come together to make this happen. I'm going to continue to do my part. I'm going to continue to find these scholarships. And my only hope is that you, parents and the students, you go after these scholarships. Um, what documents do you need? You need IDs and for new identity checks. So many things are new that's going on with that thing is it's ridiculous. Um, why make it harder? I don't know if they thought it was making it simpler or not. But anyway, um, watch your academic load. I know I've worked with students who, well, I'm working and this, that, and the other, and all I want to take 8 hours. Well, then with just 8 hours or even 10, you're not eligible for financial aid. You must have at least 12 hours. It may vary from school to school, but what you need to look at, if you just take 12 hours every semester, you are 2 semesters behind, basically. You're going to be 6 credits in total behind every semester. So uh, you need to beware of the possible 12 hour. I know it's 12 hours for sure to be considered full time, but some schools may be 15, and that's to be eligible for Pell grants. Plan finances carefully, guys. Sit down and talk about this stuff. It's getting you think it's tight now. When you add another $1,000 to your family budget so that your child can go to school, that needs to be a conversation. Um, and then finally, they follow legislative initiatives, proposals to cut Pell Grant funding and eliminate part-time student access could impact your plan. I hope not. I hope they've done what they're going to do. Let's hope so. So um, I'm turning up. I'm not giving up on this. This is not the last time I'm going to talk about this. But what I will say in closing is that that's why Coach Ed exists. That's exactly why Coach Ed exists. So if I'm not giving up on it, I expect you to do the same. I know you're not going to give up on your child. This is Dr. T. I want to talk to you very soon.